Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I have the top 5 best new locations in Fortnite. These are going to be the 5 best locations that were recently added into Fortnite. There were 10 of them that were recently added. We're going to be cutting that down to 5, and I'm going to be giving you guys the 5 best in my opinion. So if you guys have a different opinion, tell me your top 5 in the comment section below. But before we do get in the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, chuck on the notification bell. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so beginning our list in the number 5 spot is the brand new unnamed soccer/football field. This is located in between Snobby Shores and also Tilted Towers. It's kind of like a little area, little compound area where you can go ahead and just loot up. It's got some pretty good loot, and in this area, you can find a whole bunch of amazing stuff. I think there's about 3 buildings around the area. There's one main soccer field, then 2 other areas outside of it. And basically, in those areas, there's always pretty good loot. You'll find yourself a fair few chests. I probably would recommend landing here more if you're in solo. If you're in a squad, loot may be limiting, but in my experience, in solo, it's perfectly fine. Sometimes I find like a blue AR. In the gameplay, I did go there with my squad, and we did go pretty fine. We didn't land there off the start, but we did go there and have a look at the loot. And yeah, the loot was pretty nice. We found a blue AR and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also an RPG from one of the chests. It had really good loot in the area, and I do recommend you going there in solos, and I wouldn't recommend probably a whole squad going there. That's why it's so high up on our list. But other than that, it's a very quality loot spot, which I recommend you guys to try out if you haven't already. So ladies and gentlemen, in our number 4 spot, we have a place that I really like, but it's really confusing to go there sometimes, but it's got really nice loot. So basically, this is Shifty Shafts, and in Shifty Shafts, I find it very confusing walking around everywhere, going underground, all these stairs going everywhere. So I wouldn't 100% say go here. It's amazing. The loot is very good. I find really good loot there. I find usually a shotgun or 2 most of the time when I land there. There's usually a whole bunch of shotguns going around, but once again, it's kind of like, it's really, you get messed up, and if someone's rushing you, you don't know where to go. You'll get really confused within the whole area. That's what I think anyway. Well, that's just my opinion, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have that opinion as well. And basically, this area it's in a really good spot. It's kind of like in the center of the map. It's in like kind of like the center, kind of left area of the center. It's underneath Tilted Towers, and it's a really good spot to land. I do land here sometimes. It's probably not my favorite spot, as why it's in the number 3 spot, but there's a few spots that I like better. But in my opinion, Shifty Shafts, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, in our number 4 spot on the list. So after Shifty Shafts, we have another area, and this is what I want to talk about a lot. I have probably a opinion that not many people have about this map, and basically in our number 3 spot we have Tilted Towers. I don't like Tilted Towers. It's in our number 3 spot because of the good loot. I just don't like the layout of it. It's in like the dead center of the map, and at the moment, like, there's so many people that land there. The good thing about it is you get kills as well as good loot, but I never know where the hell people are. If I land in a building, I don't know whether they're above me or below me. I find it really hard to like figure out where people are, and there's like just spiral stairs going down a lot of the buildings, and I don't really like the area. I try not to land there. I do sometimes. It's really good for squads, as you just got a whole bunch of loot there that you can go around. Also a whole lot of kills that you can get. That's another place with the other 2 spots on the list, Shifty Shafts and the soccer field. You don't really get many kills around those areas, but you do get some nice loot. In Tilted Towers, you get good loot, kills, but I just don't like the area. I just think that I find myself dying there most of the time because there's just so many people around, and I never know where they are. I'm not sure if they're above me, below me. There's so many staircases going around, and I just don't really like the area. I just find it really clunky, and I think with these new areas, there's just too many areas in the map now. Like, you don't get many kills. Like before, you land at Salty, then you get just say 4 kills at Salty Springs, move over to the factories, get another 2 kills there, then move over to Hangars, get another 2 kills there. Now, not many people go there, so you'll be finding yourself leaving Salty with 2 kills, go to Factories, get 1 kill, then go to Dusty and get 0 kills. I just find it really I don't like the new areas. There's too many of them in my opinion. Tilted Towers, just everyone goes there now and everyone's going to the west side. It's just really annoying in my opinion. That's why I don't really like Tilted Towers. I think these new areas would have been mad if there wasn't any Tilted Towers. I don't know. That's just my opinion though. Tilted Towers just feels like, it feels too much for me. But it's in our number 3 spot because obviously of the good loot and the high amount of kills that you get in that area. But it's not in our number 1 spot because of the reasons that I stated before. And yeah, that is our number 3 spot there with Tilted Towers. In our number 2 spot, this one might be a little bit weird to you guys. You guys might be like, yo, what is this? I've never landed here. But trust me, if you haven't landed here, land here, please, because I want to land here and get more kills. Now, right about now, there's not many people that land in this area, but there is usually about 2 or 3 opponents that I do find when I land in here, and this is what I like to call the new factories. Back when I was talking about before, the old factories between Dusty Depot and Salty Springs, that's where I used to go all the time, if you guys don't know. And then when I found this new factory, I'm like, bro, if this is anything near as good as the last factories, I'm in. And it is the last factories, but better. It's huge. It's like double the size of the Factories 1.0, and it's just insane. The amount of loot that you get there is crazy. My mate found a scar. I had a, what was it, a purple scar. I had a purple bolty, and we were honestly stacked for loot just leaving. We all had about 50 shield, and it's honestly one of my favorite places to land in the whole map now, and I absolutely love this area, and obviously in our number 1 spot, it's something that I like a little more than this, but this place, I absolutely love it. I'm going to be landing here a lot now. You get a fair amount of good kills here, you get mad loot, but one thing that I don't like about it is it's kind of far away from everything. Now, if you land in this area, really, you can move up to Shifty Shafts and then to Tilted Towers, but it's kind of close to Tilted Towers, and you're not going to really find many people at Shifty Shafts, so you're going to probably find yourself walking around, not really getting that many kills, but you could get lucky. I don't know, because not many people usually go to Shifty, but usually in Tilted Towers, once you get there, you can get a few more kills, but other than that, it's really in the middle of nowhere, and it's kind of like the bottom of the map near Flush Factory. You could actually go down to Flush Factory, and another thing that made the original factories amazing was that it was in the middle of the map, and almost always it was inside of the zone, and if it wasn't inside of the zone, it was like a few meters away from the zone, and that's what made it amazing. But this place here, it's bigger than the Factories 1.0, has probably better loot than the Factories 1.0, but it just doesn't have as good as a location, and that's why it's not in our number 1 spot. Now, in our number 1 spot, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. This one, I love it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys love this place as well, and this is Snobby Shores. Once again, it's pretty far away from everything. It's on, like, the edge of the map, but with this one, I don't know, it just feels a lot better to go to, as it feels closer to Tilted Towers than usual. I don't know, am I tripping? I don't know, it just feels closer to Tilted Towers than the Factories, and also you can just bypass a whole bunch of stuff, and because Snobby Shores is right in the middle of the map, if you want to go to Greasy, you can go down to Greasy. If you want to go to Pleasant Park, you can go to Pleasant Park. If you want to go to Tilted, you can go to Tilted. What I'm trying to say is it's more central than the Factories. It's way to the side of the map, but it's kind of like in a more central area if we're talking about it like in that way. With Factories, it's kind of like just below the map, and I don't really like it down there. But with Snobby Shores, it's just in the middle of the map, close to everything. Wherever you want to go, you can go there. It's not going to be too far away. And except if you want to go to like Wailing Woods or Moisty Mar or something, but no one wants to go there. So basically, this place, I find it really good. There's insane loot here. It's in a pretty decent location, and there's a lot of people that come here usually. So it's absolutely crazy. I love this area so much. It's got to be one of my new favorite areas, Snobby Shores, and whenever the bus goes near it, I'm going to jump out of there 9 times out of 10 into Snobby Shores. And the one time that I don't jump out at Snobby Shores when the bus goes past it is when I need to record gameplay for another place. So yeah, Snobby Shores is in my number 1 spot. What do you guys think should be in the number 1 spot? Make sure you tell me in the comment section below. What is your guys' favorite part of the whole entire new part of the game? In my opinion, the Haunted Hills and the Junkyard, it just seems to be too far away from everything, and the loot there is not really worth it. That's why they didn't make the list. There's also a whole bunch of other places like the motel that didn't make the list and stuff. And once again, it's just too far away from everything, and the loot isn't very good in those places. So that's why I picked these places in my top 5. I know a lot of you guys are going to think that Tilted Towers should be the number 1 spot, but Tilted Towers to me, I don't like the layout of it. I don't like the really tall buildings. They just confuse me. Maybe that's because I'm I'm dumb. Maybe it's just because I'm an idiot, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. Do you guys agree with me on that? I don't know. Probably not. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that'll end up the video. Make sure you do go ahead, subscribe it to the channel for just more amazing content coming up in the future. Chuck on a like to the stream and chuck on the notification bell as well. It'll really help me out. Thank you guys for coming out today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.